Prim.
I'm Lori Prim, and that was a pretty good segue. I had no intention of being at this meeting today, but what happened yesterday and the past couple days and today, I'm so angry that I just left my daughter at gymnastics to get to this meeting after I sent this email to all of you about an hour ago. This follows up my email from yesterday, which was also sent to all of you and all of our local representatives. My 11 o'clock appointment just canceled. His son was shot and killed Thursday. My niece hid in the express stockroom in the Boca Mall yesterday while a Pinewood Elementary family ran out of the Lego store and hid in the parking lot for 2 hours before they could get to her car. If you take NRA money and or currently vote Republican, you are complicit and don't deserve to represent or be responsible for our community. However long it takes, I will be working to vote you out. That was yesterday. Today, dear superintendent and board members, because nothing says we care about children's and teachers' trauma like an active shooter drill at an elementary school 2 days after 2 of its students were involved in a mall mass shooting scare, which you were informed of, and 1 day after the most horrific video of politically supported gun violence ever seen was released. What, no dead bodies, so it was really not so bad? I am running out of words to express my anger and disgust. Scratch that, I will never run out of words, and if I do, I will make up new ones. I don't think most of you are evil, and I believe that you do not want gun violence in our community, but that is not enough. You really don't get it. None of you have raised or are raising young children in this climate, and you just really don't get it. It's not the same with grandchildren as much as you love them as your own. It's not the same with nieces and nephews as much as you love them as your own. It's not the same with grown children as much as you love them with your every fiber. It's not the same with teachers or any other adults as much as you love and commiserate with them. All of that is horrendous enough. I don't belittle that. But you do not get what is being done on a cellular level to children and parents of this generation. Fair enough, I suppose. There are plenty of experiences I don't have firsthand of understanding either. So I listen to those that do, and I am asking you to listen to me and to thousands and millions of other parents of young children right now, today. Enough gun violence, enough mental and emotional trauma, enough BS Band-Aid remedies that we all know are BS Band-Aid remedies, enough going along to get along, quietly taking whatever Tallahassee dishes out with no more than a tisk-tisk, and certainly enough coddling of responsible gun owners and homosexuals who value their perceived power over human life and who desperately hold on to a grossly bastardized view of this archaic Second Amendment. Enough infringement on the basic human right to live free of gun violence and terrorism. I expect you to advocate for our students, parents, teachers, and taxpayers as you are elected to do. And that means using your position to demand real gun and real campaign finance reform solutions that are clearly evidenced in the data from our country and around the world. If you refuse or are incapable, you have the responsibility to resign. It's not actually that complicated. Decades of NRA GOP propaganda and the money just make it seem so. So I am asking you to step back, acknowledge facts, and find the integrity to step up, start being part of the real solution and the change you each claim you want to see, instead of meekly accepting or worse, supporting an era and agenda of preventable death, terror, and trauma. Have the sad, mad drills you're legally required to traumatize children with in the meantime. But short of pushing back against the only place you fully well know it matters, in the legislation, prepare to be exposed and voted out. Enough. And for everybody else in this room at home, you may not agree with everything I say about the Second Amendment, but 90% of the population agrees with the most basic, pathetic legislative changes like background checks and assault weapon bans. And we're being held hostage by people being bought off. It's time to step up, rise up, and have a voice, or every one of you that doesn't is complicit in the next bloodshed that we know is coming. You want to know about another book? It's called Enough, and it's written by a criminal expert and gun consultant throughout the world, and his name is Tom Gabor. His book is called Enough. He's got plenty of resources online. Look him up, and it's time to start taking this back. I cannot believe what we are tolerating as a nation and a community. Shame.
Thank you. John Pasqualone.
Yeah, all of that. Ooh, like that.